Yo, we here with another episode. Finding the Magic in the Blunt, episode number 5.
What it do? What it? Hey y'all, I'm gonna have to leave the party for a minute, y'all.
Hey man, so you already know. Once again, it's Shay Magic, live and direct, and you know who it is.
Marcus Blizzant.
Hey.
Other blood.
Hey, join the Blunt Alati. Join the Blunt Alati, bro.
All loud is welcome.
Hey, I think I'm an honorary member by now, son. gotta be. But hey, I appreciate everybody who able to tune in, you know what I'm saying? So today we always try to discuss a wide range of topics and try to be informative to the communities and whatnot. So if you don't mind, Marcus, why don't you get started with them today?
Yeah, I heard something on 95.7 that kind of sparked my attention on why I wanted to talk about it, why I feel like it's important to talk about it. Not only, see, the question was, are the little girls growing up too fast?
Yeah.
Okay, that was the question. But my question is, are the kids, period, growing up too fast?
Yeah.
And why is it that after each generation, it seems like the generation of kids that be born into the world get, I ain't gonna say worse because I ain't gonna say all of them, but it seems like the majority of them is like just something serious.
Yeah.
You feel me?
What kind of things you think play a role? Like, all right, first, why do you say that kids are growing up too fast these days? What makes you think that?
Because I believe that depending on their situation, it requires them to. You know what I'm saying? Because some kids that's like 13, 14 years old, they probably know how to change diapers better than a grown person.
Fact.
You feel me? That's if like you have siblings, but if you just the only child, a lot of things plays a part in that because you by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no one else you can really look up to other than whoever you living with at that time.
True that. I mean, I can dig that. I see why people are saying that, but we also have to think about, like, in the past, we wasn't really there, you feel me? We just really heard stories, like, kids could really be growing, maturing at the same rate they always have been physically, you know what I'm saying? I feel like mentally, they are growing up quicker. Physically, I feel like they probably growing at the same rate. It's just we wasn't able to notice it because we was either kids or we wasn't here. But I know you probably heard stories of like sharecroppers and shit, like old school, like you start working when you was 9 years old. You feel me?
Yeah,
So it's like it's always been that. That's why I really wanted to ask you like why you felt that way, because what's really sparking a lot of the questions surrounding this is the R. Kelly thing, and now people are wondering about underage sex and underage kids being exposed to things that they shouldn't be exposed to. So it's good that we get to talk about this, but the thing that I want to ask you, like what they asked on the radio, do you feel like the way a young girl dresses has any effect on what's going on today?
Yes, because we are promoting sex sales. So, of course, if you keep promoting, a lot of people gonna see it. So, therefore, a lot of kids gonna see it. Plus, on top of that, kids are more accessible to a lot of stuff these days now.
Yeah, kids do have a lot of access.
I mean, they have access to a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. But see, my thing about that whole question is, and I definitely understand that question because I know how provocative a woman's body can be, and I know how much attention that can garner from the opposite sex. But how come nobody ever asks why men, you feel me, approach women in the way that they do, or look at women in the way that they do, what makes them strictly holler at a bitch just because of what her body look like? Nobody ever asked that question because a woman is not to blame for how her body is made, and yeah, she can choose what she put on her body, but you feel me, if she still got curves and titties and ass, you still gonna see that shit. So like, how would a woman be to blame, and how come none of the blame is ever put on men in that instance?
Because I don't know, That's a good question because that's something I really do have to think about. I'm gonna try to think of an answer for that. It's probably because most women respond to certain stuff. So it goes back to like we said before about the whole parenting thing. If you teach your kids how to respond, you know what I'm saying, to certain things and know what to do and what not to do, shit like that, of course. But not responding to negativity, like someone calling you a bitch, someone calling you a slut, some shit like that, or never let no one call you stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because no, you're not stupid. Because stupid is what stupid does. You
True
feel
that.
Me? But
oh yeah, my boy on the he on the live.
Yeah, I'm on 2K right now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
trying to get some dubs.
Trying to get some motherfucking dubs, bro. This nigga the joystick killer, you feel me? Bitch, yeah, a little soft song, you feel me? But yeah, I feel like that's not something that's ever looked at because, and I understand the reason why, because it is a man's world. So it's not that I don't get it, but I feel like if we introduce these questions, this could possibly be a help because, I mean, women have women's bodies, you feel me? Your daughter is gonna grow up. She's gonna have breasts and hips. You feel me? Like that's just gonna happen, and men are gonna look at her in that way. But why are men gonna look at her in that way? Men are just gonna do it, but why? And not even why. Will they continue to only look at women for as an object? Because if that is the case, like you said, sex sells, and that's all we selling, and that's all we promoting. This shit ain't never gonna stop. Because a bitch gonna look ripe for the picking when she 11 years old. You feel me? When I was 11 years old, I was built like I'm built today. You feel me? Like, real shit. That's what I'm saying. That's why this shit is important. So, all the blame, I don't really feel like all the blame can be placed on a woman.
It can't be placed on, it cannot, and...
Because every woman not the same.
Because some of the blame can be placed, you know what I'm saying, on a man too. Because it's a fact, he didn't teach his daughter, like, hey, you need to carry yourself in this type of manner, you know what I'm saying? Don't answer to this and that bitch did this shit. Don't answer to this and don't settle for this and you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the father plays a key role for real.
Hell yeah, and not only what we teach our women, it may be beneficial to teach our young men that women are more than just their bodies, and just because you see a bitch and she look good don't mean she good, you feel me? It don't mean that that's what's good for you. It don't mean that, you feel me, you should only be looking at her just for that. It's more than that going on, you feel me? I mean that could be helpful too, but I feel like a lot of times when we have these type of conversations, a lot of the blame gets placed on the woman. Either it's a single parent home and she getting raised like this and she bringing all these men in and out the house. What's up? Or, you know what I'm saying, she was being fast and she wasn't, you know what I'm saying, she wasn't raised accordingly, like, and it's not no fathers in the home to be an example. So even the single mothers have to show respect through themselves so their sons will know what the fuck how to look at a woman. You feel me?
So that leads to another good question. So who plays the bigger role with teaching, the mother or the father, or should it be an equal role?
I feel like it should be an equal role. However, I'm not sure if statistics will show, but I know from what I can only go on what I've seen, women primarily play that role, that everyday role, and it's a lot of fathers out there.
Under the hell, the man he has to provide for their family.
Yeah.
Somebody said something before that though, because we do not teach our men the same values. True.
That's a good point, Shay.
Tap in. I see you.
So like, it's like I don't want to place blame though. You feel me? So it's like when you ask that question, yeah, you feel me?
Like we'll do it without blame, without blaming sides.
Yeah, because I don't want to blame the man. You feel me? And I don't want to blame the woman. What I really hope to be able to accomplish is to find some level ground and like lay something down what we can all come back to. You feel me? And see if at least something like that will work. But blaming is gonna fuck everything up. So off rip, we just gotta be like, it's everybody's fault. You know what I'm saying? It's the man fault and it's the woman fault that shit is like this. So, what ways can men and women come together when children are involved? Or what ways, before children even get to the picture, how can we be raised and raise our children to have those values, what we need, that's going to protect us in the long run? Because right now we unprotected without a father in the home, or with a mother and father going at each other neck. We left vulnerable to a system that's against us, you feel me?
Yeah. I think I feel the same way. It's equal because both sides have to play a role on how to teach and how to, you know what I'm saying, show them the way that, look, when you're supposed to open, like basically how I was saying about how I teach my kids, open up the door for a woman, you know what I'm saying, respect her, you know what I'm saying, that all that plays a part, because I think who that was said we're teaching people how to be with other people but not with themselves.
Yeah, that was my cousin Shaylonda. She in here too.
So
she in here too.
Therefore, if you have both parents, you have to teach both sides. It just can't be one side. You have to teach both sides. So therefore, the load is equal. Therefore, the load is equal. You just got to know, you know what I'm saying, what to do and what not to do, because there's a lot of shit, inappropriate shit that some kids are taught because they see inappropriate shit.
Exactly. And I feel like where you asked how should it be 50-50, or the man or the woman, I feel like history has taught us and tradition has taught us that it's supposed to be the man, you feel me? Like you said, JJ, as the protector, the provider, you feel me? The woman as, you know, children bearer, you know, you guard the home and all of that. But I feel like just the way that society has carried us through, and the different type of things that we had to endure, like our men had to endure, and our women had to endure, it drove a wedge in between us to the point where it was no longer like that. So even though we trying to think based off of the traditions and shit, and off of what history has shown us, being that our situation itself is not like that, we're not really able to do it, and that caused like infighting, you feel me? Now he fighting with you because of money or something like that, or you resenting him because he not bringing enough money in the house, and you supposed to be the man, you supposed to be the provider and all of that, you feel me? Now you feel like you can do it all by yourself. You don't even need this nigga, you feel me? You can't protect and provide, shit, I don't even need you. But you do, you feel me? But since you going off of tradition and what you taught, and you feel like your person who with you, your man, is not doing that, you just like, fuck that shit. And I feel like once we eliminate all of that and reason the fact that, you know what I'm saying, shit will work better this way, then shit can go in a better way. But back to what you said about like back to what we were saying about just conditioning and parenting, I feel like that shit would have to be seen, bro.
Yeah, it will have to be seen. It has to be. But how will it? How can you make that scene? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, it has to start somewhere. How can you get that side shown and just for everyone to see it?
Hold on, let me take a second to read what people be saying. It starts at home. Hell yeah, it definitely starts at home. We need to find a way to teach our kids how to be equals. We still teach both men and women the same values of the old days, where the man worked and the woman stayed at home. True that. So that means now we have to change our values, change our teachings, and evolve. She said, Shay, we both on the same page, bitch. Alright then. Hey, but real talk though. I mean, but are we humble enough to do that? How many people in the chat have been faced with a situation like that, like with your baby mother or baby father or something like that? You know what I'm saying? or have seen that in your home. I know I seen it, you feel me, growing up, and a lot of people that I grew up with seen it. So you said no. I forgot you on the game. Values and traditions is dead. Real love is rare these days. It's all about self. Damn, man, and that's a harsh reality, but we also can't ignore it. You feel me? I feel like that's so true, you know. And I've been caught up into that myself, where it's just been like, man, shit, I can show love, but that shit just gonna burn me in the end. I might as well just only give a damn about me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I asked, like, can we be humble enough to do that? Like, can we? It takes a lot to be able to do that, because a lot of people raise children every day, and they grew up seeing certain things, and they knew they didn't want that for their children, but their children still live like that out of their own selfishness. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's good to take a time sometimes to think about certain shit just to see like what the hell can be different. What you think about that shit though, bro? How you think that shit can change?
It changes by knowing that it changes by knowing that it exists.
Yeah.
That's how it changes. It changes by opening up your eyes, seeing that, okay, this ain't the way that I want my child to go, or this ain't the way I want to be viewed, or I want my child to look at me like, okay, I'm this, that, and the other, when I know I can be better, or one day you are going to need someone. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be independent, but it's okay to count on someone. And what is also not being taught is loyalty. Loyalty is like not being taught. It's because you barely see it.
I mean, but think about it. How you gonna be loyal, bruh? Your daddy not even loyal to your mama. You feel me?
So therefore,
or vice versa.
If a kid knows that or sees that teaches him two things. Either this is how, all right, this teaches a child two things on both sides. One way, one scenario, it teaches the child, depending on how, if the mama act like it's okay, she know about it, she knows that he flings off, but she's still cool. That gonna show the child, okay, as long as these, and especially if the females are in line, the side pieces are in line, they know their role and shit. So therefore, if the child sees the mother does that, okay, that's fine. A daughter, that's okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I should accept that, basically.
So now, what that teaches the son, okay, I gotta find me a wife that's fine, that's okay with doing the same thing. You feel me? I can do this.
And that's the type of behavior that's expected from me. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Then you have.
While you on pause, I'm gonna see what let's see, did I miss something? All people care about is what that person is doing for them. Yeah, Shay. JJ said, when you found out the fire was hot, you learn not to touch it or you get burned. True that. You can't be taught loyalty. You can't be taught loyalty?
Loyalty can't be taught. Loyalty can be taught on so many levels. Yeah. It depends on which level that you want to teach on, and it depends on what level you're willing to learn. There's plenty of ways to know loyalty. You can know loyalty like in the simplest way. Let's say, how can I put this? Let's say you're married, right? Let's say your homeboy's married. I'm put it. So let's say you got 3 homeboys, one of them is married, right? So your homeboy is supposed to be loyal to you, no matter what. They're supposed to tell you what's up and have proof of it and all that other shit. So therefore, let's say if the wife is cheap, you're loyal enough to go tell your homeboy, hey bro, your wife doing you wrong. You feel me? And plus, it depends on this friend never lied to you a day in his life. Now, you have that type of loyalty. Then you have the type of loyalty where if she comes on to one of your homeboys and they tell him, like, hey bro, she tried to come on to me and all that shit, and be truthful with it, Now you got the backstabbing type shit. They fuck. You don't know nothing about it. Or they fucked in the past. Probably. That happens now and then. They fucked in the past some shit. And then you let him know, like, hey, bro, just now you know, me and her, we did have some type of relation. You feel me? Just now you know.
So,
she's a good woman, but, you know.
To me, I'm not, just how I interpret what you said, basically says to me that loyalty is like based on what's beneficial to that person at the time.
Pretty much.
And that just says that everybody knows loyalty. It's if they choose to exhibit it with another motherfucker or not.
Exactly.
Because they are gonna be loyal to their best interests
loyalty
at
can't
all
be
times.
taught.
You feel me?
So they say you can't teach loyalty. Loyalty is learned through visual aids.
I agree.
And JJ said, just
But
like you
still-
can't teach courage or fear, it's already there.
Yeah, it depends if you're willing to deal. It depends on what you are going to deal with. If some things will scare you, but at the same time, if it do scare you, it can still teach you in some type of way.
Exactly.
But loyalty can be taught. I believe that loyalty can be taught.
Shay said you can observe loyalty and disloyalty and decide either you want to be loyal or you can decide to teach how to be loyal. So, I think everybody. You said what?
I said that's mine.
Hell yeah. I think everybody right. You know.
Yeah.
It's just like cause I think what it boiled down to is like it's in everybody.
It's in them.
It's in there. You
Loyalty
feel
is in them, but people are looking for the up on the next person. You know what I'm saying? You can be loyal to whoever you want to. It depends on how you look at them. But if you see a person, you're gonna be loyal to a fault because you trying to get that up. Now I'm saying you wasn't disloyal now because you did this to get.
But see, that's why families are important though. You feel me?
Yeah.
And see, when you, I think shit just got distorted along the way, and I feel like that's part of how motherfuckers grew up too quick because they just started doing shit in the wrong way. But back in the day, people did used to get married, you feel me, and like start a family and stay together. They really did used to do that. So
you did have them families, so therefore you had two types of, well, I don't know how many types, so I'm just going to try to name some. You had the type of families where they tight knit. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, they tight knit. Want to fight, they all fight. It don't matter.
And some of those families, you can still see the remnants of those type of strong families today. You feel me?
You can, and sometimes you do. Then you have the type of families where, despite the fact that they are apart or whatever, they still can come together, despite distance. Yeah, those type of families. Then you have the type of families where they have morals. They have they look down upon other people. You know what I'm saying? So therefore they try and get that up on this next person. So they gonna do whatever it takes. They have them type of family. They don't care if it is family. Yeah, them type of fucking family members that cut their own family through. Them the ones you can't judge because we don't know it. You can't say it's the family fault. It's probably something that they seen.
Right.
So it's like
you can't blame nobody after a certain point. You feel me?
Teach a snake to be a snake.
No, you don't have to do that.
What they say?
JJ said you don't have to teach a snake to be a snake.
No, you don't.
No, you can't teach no
That
snake.
motherfucker come out the egg doing what it's supposed to do. You right about that. That's real.
So it's like saying, all right, if a snake can't help but be a snake, it's born a snake. It's like saying the child can be born a snake.
But see, that's the difference between like a snake and a human because, like we saying, like you have the option to not be a snake though. You don't have to be a snake.
That's true.
You really don't have to be a snake.
But
when you maneuvering out here in the world with snakes, it would be wise to take on snake characteristics.
But at the same time, you don't have to be a snake to be. You don't have to be a snake for someone to treat you like a snake. You
don't, motherfuckers. You don't. But in this world is fucking full of snakes. Right?
Like for real, you don't have some folks don't have to treat you like snakes. You feel me? Because let's say, prime example, the very first hook that came out. right? Dad was a maniac, right? Stayed in the field and all that other shit. All right, Bruce Banner took the same exact field his dad was in. I'm just going off the first movie.
Okay.
Same exact field. Because his
tell
dad.
it to me like I don't know what you're talking about and I've never seen it because I never seen it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna tell you this part.
All right.
Because of the fact that his dad was crazy. One of the military people treated him like he was exactly like his father when he really wasn't.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
So therefore, just because you knew someone at one point in time that was a snake doesn't mean that their seed is gonna be a snake. Some folks get treated off of someone else's shit.
Yeah. She want to jump in real quick. Send a request, Shay. I'm gonna send a request. I'll add you in this thing one time. But yeah, man, that's crazy though. So it's like, how can we go about making sure those type of things are what should be represented? Because I feel like
don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
That's like a good ass quote. Don't judge a book by its cover. Just because it looked like some shit doesn't mean it might be. Just because, let's say, alright, we see this in movies all the time. Let's say a little boy, a little girl, they go to school every day, but they family known for doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? They known for not having no type of common sense or something like that. They known for getting locked up. Like, yeah, their mama's on crack and, you know, the dad, he a pimp and shit like that. Nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's treated. The child gets treated like everything around them is fake.
Yeah.
Fake love. You know what I'm saying? So let's say this child gets in a fight, never started the fight, but he gets treated like he started the fight.
Yeah.
You have those type of moments.
Yeah.
That shit happens today.
I mean, when you treat it like that long enough, if you treat it like that long enough, I mean, what road do you choose?
But at the same time, like it then comes down to choices.
Yeah.
Do I choose the snake route because I'm treated like a snake, or do I grow up showing that I'm not my family? I'm gonna break that evil cycle.
Right. Right.
Just because a snake is born a snake because it's a snake, but in a human way, we can't treat something like you can't see nothing good coming out of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't treat this person like, okay, I know what your family do. I know how your family is, so therefore I'm gonna help you.
Have a reminder for development.
Judging that person, help that person.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I said, don't judge a book by its cover. So that's, like I said, sometimes that's taught, sometimes that's not. But at the same time, it's taught in a way that it makes you choose the wrong way more than the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Life teaches that in so many ways, so therefore you have to pick and choose. Like, do I still want to be this nice person? Right. Or do I just want to be this motherfucker that nobody really likes?
Exactly.
Because you have a lot of people like, she was so nice at one point, now all of a sudden she's just a bitch.
Okay, I just wanted to say this one thing, right? Because then I gotta go. But my thing, what I do is I always treat others the way I want to be treated until I see how they move, and then I treat them how they treat me. Yeah. I feel like that's how everybody should live their life. It's not, because right now what everybody do is we all living our life like, okay, everybody out here doing some snake shit, right? So you like, well, shit, I'm gonna snake them out real quick before they snake me out type thing, right? But what it is that everybody need to go in with the mindset of, okay, I know this how I want to be treated, right? So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna be nice to you. I'm gonna say, hey, I say hey to anybody. I don't care if I walk on the street, they say hey to me. I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna be nice. If something end up happening and they be, like fucked up or whatever, like I got my taser, I try and, get out of the situation and whatever. But I'm not gonna live life like, oh, I'm gonna be scared because this nigga looks shady type thing. You get what I'm saying? Because then if you always like, oh, all these people shady, then you don't got no choice but to be a snake. You know, and so that's how everybody living their life. So it's like the main motto that we need to teach all our kids is you need to treat others the way you want to be treated until they treat you a certain way, and then you treat them how they treat you. Because it's like, okay, well, you treated me like that, so obviously that's how you want to be treated, right? Okay.
Okay.
And it's like that's how you protect yourself at the same time too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It do. But some folks be having that thick ass guard though. Sometimes that motherfucker
Yeah.
so thick, you be like, nigga, I'm working.
And you can't do nothing for them. You can't even try and help them because they guard so big. And it's like you understand why they guard so high and everything, because life is fucked up. But it's like life gonna forever be fucked up. We ain't gonna never be able to get out of a fucked up situation because everybody, you know, at some point everybody done went through something fucked up and stuff, because we human and we sinful as fuck. We gonna continue to be sinful as fuck. So it's like you can't try and teach. You can't sit up here and be trying to just teach folks morals. Like it's like you want to tell them all the good in the world, right?
Right.
But you can't shield them and be like, oh yeah, your life gonna be perfect, you beautiful, you this, you that. Because then when folks get out into the world, they like, oh shit.
Right.
It's not that.
I like that.
And stuff. And then now everybody just got them going around slicing, dicing everybody up. And it's just, you know.
Yeah. That is a good point, man. So how long you got with us? You got a couple more minutes, man, for a couple more questions, or?
Yeah, I mean, can y'all still hear me? Because I know Papa down here now.
Oh, for real, yeah.
Y'all hear his stuff in the background?
Yeah.
He went upstairs for a minute. Because I can't really hear y'all now because of Papa.
Oh. Let me see.
But what question y'all got?
Starts by building a strong foundation and stop bringing our kids in these fucked up situations. Yes, I do think that's
I feel like that's a good start, but where can it start?
Man, like it goes back to the question of the day, man. It does start in the home, but it also starts when we are choosing our mates, you feel me? And we have to keep in mind that when we are fornicating out here, sex leads to pregnancy. Just like it can cause, like you can get a disease or whatever, you can also have a baby on the way, you feel me? And you might not be able to come up with $300 to do nothing about it, you feel me? So, like they said, we gotta stop bringing our kids into these fucked up situations, and it goes back to like about like, okay, when you see a woman, just because don't mean the first thing on your mind should be fucking her. And when you get dressed, young lady, don't be out here trying to be all provocative, enticing sex, because you ain't ready to raise no child to be no productive citizen. You ain't even productive. You ain't even learned all the stuff what we trying to talk about right now and learn. Like, you ain't even learned that. You feel me? So why are you out here unprotected? You feel me? Like, at least protect yourself. You feel me?
Though, no child chooses the situation that they're born in.
No, we do. That's why we gotta make that decision.
But therefore, you can't say there are some parents that teaches that there are morals. You do have to treat someone a certain way. You do have to say this in a certain way to most people. Somebody might take this shit in the wrong way. You do have to go this way sometimes because some motherfuckers out here will try to backstab your ass. And then then you have the situation. You have the pop-up situations. Some shit just pop up out the blue and they don't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
So let's say a child is born into a beautiful marriage, right? Now all of a sudden the marriage is just
go sour out of nowhere, right?
That's the child's fault,
right?
So therefore, where's the fault at? It's on the parents. So what the parents did, let's just say, dad cheated. Mama didn't want it. Mama didn't take that shit. She left. Now this can teach the child two things. I'm not gonna have nobody cheat on me. That's number one. And then I know what to do if I'm faced with this type of situation. This is what I'm taught. Now then, let's say dad was a good person. Mama. Now what this teaches, sometimes in divorce, they're gonna favor the mother. 9 times out of 10 gonna favor the mother because of the fact. Let's say she's gonna be more stable sometimes.
Yeah. So they probably much favor whichever parent.
You know, is more financially stable. Like, can you pick your child up at this time? Can your child go to school? Can you put them in daycare? Can you pick them up on time? Can you do this? You know what I'm saying? It depends on that. Let's say they with the parent that can't do that, but they did something that was fucked up.
Yeah.
Sometimes that situation is not on the child, it's on the system. So therefore, because of the system, it taught them, okay, so I can do this and I can get away with it.
All right, so let me ask y'all this while we on this topic. All right, so if you are married and you have kids, based on what we're talking about how we left exposed due to the fact that our families ain't sticking together. So one thing that I have to ask while we on this topic, is cheating a deal breaker when you married with kids? Is that a deal breaker? Is that enough to like break your family up, your whole family?
Yes or no?
Why yes?
Yes, because if you married, this the person that you are spending your life with. You're not sharing. You feel me? That's if you have that type of relationship. If you have most marriages have the I'm not sharing relationship. Therefore, cheating is a deal breaker.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they did cheat, but they work it out. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's a yes and no. Depends on the situation. If you with a motherfucker multiple that just doing the shit because, and that's not even a deal breaker. The deal breaker is you knew he cheated, but he fuck around and get a baby on you. Now, that's when I look at you stupid.
Yeah.
Now, this man cheated umpteen times, man.
Yeah.
Umpteen times. When he gets a baby on you, that's when you leave. I'll be like, man, you could have been left before.
Yeah, that shit don't make sense to me either. That don't be making me mad because I'm like, okay, you knew he was cheating, so you knew it was a possibility that man can have a baby. They be like, oh, so you just gonna go out and have a baby on me, da. Bitch, duh, he was cheating before.
You know what I'm saying?
How he not gonna have no baby?
It's like you did not see this coming. You knew this was gonna eventually happen. And plus, then 9 times it happens to the people that already have kids that can see shit.
Yeah.
They like 6 or 7 years old. They looking like
sleep like a motherfucker. The kids know exactly what's going on.
the kids ain't dumb.
Right.
They soaking this shit in. So therefore, you
Can you tell me on your device?
It's okay to be cheating as long as you don't have no baby on me.
Okay, but is it okay to cheat?
No, it's not okay to cheat. No, that's no.
It's not okay to cheat.
It's never okay to cheat.
Okay.
For me, the cheating is definitely a deal breaker as far as the marriage go, but it's not a deal breaker as far as
But here's the thing though, what in the cheating is a lot of categories in cheating.
Yeah.
That can be a deal breaker.
I mean, I just feel like
to most people.
All right, you a family or whatever.
You gonna do something about the phone?
You done lied to your mama before. Probably stole something from your mama before, but that's still your family. So if you get married to somebody, and y'all supposed to be building up a family or whatever, like, Shay, what was you about to say?
Girl, I forgot now. Y'all cut me off. What I was saying? I was saying, oh yeah, it doesn't mean like as far as the marriage and us being together, it'll probably be a deal breaker. But like raising the kids, I feel like I can still raise my child with the father of my child, regardless of what happened between us, because I'm mature enough to do that. Like I would never keep my child away from their father, because again, but that's something that I saw my mom do. My sister father used to beat on my mom, and he's still in my sister's life.
Yeah. All right.
So it's like I feel like if you know your child wants to have that father in their life, and you know you want your child father in their life, you can really sit down and put aside your differences and co-parent. But a lot of people not mature enough to do that. They don't even want to become mature enough to do so. It's not even that they not mature enough, it's that they don't want to be mature enough. Because then now they thinking about themselves. They like, well, this nigga did all this to me, and if I even keep my child around him, is that gonna make my child, be like that and stuff like that? You thinking about yourself. You thinking about yourself.
Bro, I'm done with you.
Gotta get the fuse.
I'm done with the views, bro. Hey, JJ said, but in order for that kid to learn, they have to be old enough to understand the situation. And
But yeah, y'all, I gotta get ready to go.
all right then, Shay.
All right, y'all.
Thanks for calling in. Appreciate your insight. It was lovely.
Of course, of course, of course.
See you later.
As soon as I figure out how to hang up.
I know, right? Hey, you can still watch it too. She said, as soon as I figure out how to hang up, I'm dead, fam. I'm dead, fam. But yeah, man, I feel like those are some good points. But I feel like too often, I feel like, is cheating the deal breaker that is most marriages, or what is marriages? What do you think? Or not even marriages, because a lot of folks, like someone was saying earlier, love is dead. You feel me? All that, folks ain't even getting married no more. So what breaks up the baby mama and baby daddy?
It depends.
Like, what makes co-parenting so difficult in 2019, and what can make it better?
If they willing to grow up and accept the fact.
Everyone wants to be in your video.
Oh, come through.
You can't slide that shit over. That little bottom part.
What's that?
Like go that way. Yeah, you can't slide it. Yeah. There you go. Bing. Approve.
And man, just taught me something. I appreciate that. Oh yeah.
You said what now?
I said you just taught me something. Appreciate that.
Oh.
What's up, bro? What's up, JJ?
Bye. Bye.
Man,
Yeah. My
man, y'all got some good topics going on for real. I thought about doing this shit today myself. But
Called in, fam. What you got? What you got to add, my brother?
what's so hard? You said what's so hard for co-parenting?
Yeah, in 2019, and what can make it better too?
I mean, for one, most women these days are being taught that they don't need a man. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be independent without being dependent first. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to depend on somebody. So once they get to a point where, once a woman feel in her head that she don't need you no more, period, she gonna stick to that. Whether that's being friends, or that's being or whether co-parenting. Once a woman cut you off in her life, she gonna really cut you off. But far as a woman trying to, okay, we can work this out, or we can do this, or just bring the children, or this and that. Once you find a new woman and she see that woman got you, and she gonna feel like, damn, why he couldn't do this for me, or why we was always in this type of fucked up situation, or why this didn't work out, why that didn't work out. It's because you didn't need me no more. You feel like you ain't need me no more. So now I got this woman over here to where when I get my children, I don't have to call you and ask you for nothing. Cause we got this over here. But that don't mean I can't be your friend or this and that. If they can get that mindset to where they can understand most stuff without being so emotional or so attached, everything will be a lot easier. But women are women. The strangest beings on earth, you know what I'm saying? Like real talk.
Alright.
Real talk.
Alright, man. Hey, but I feel you though, and that is true. I feel like a lot of women are taught that, and being independent has just become like independent and woman just go together these days. You feel? Women don't want to be anything but that. But I also, and again, I'm not trying to play the blame game or none of that, but I also feel like that's rooted in like just not being able to depend, or not seeing an example of a male figure that you can depend on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So therefore, it's like
like I said, the roles are equal, but it depends on what are you willing to teach as equal, as an equal, you know what I'm saying, unit. So if the man teaches, don't cheat, don't lie, stay honest, be loyal, don't
Yeah, yeah.
because this will happen. So if you teaching this and it's repetitive, the child will grow up to know like, okay, I know how to treat a woman, so therefore I want this woman to treat me the same as that way.
Hey, I
That's
don't
it.
mean to cut you off, bro, but at the end of the day, you can teach whatever you want to teach. Once a child get older, they start to think for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So it don't become what you taught; it becomes the decision. Whatever that child chooses to do, you can teach a child. You can teach a child whatever you want to, but when that child get old, like we all start smelling ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We was taught not to do this, taught not to do that. But when we got older, what? Fuck it. I'm grown now. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Fuck these hoes. Fuck these bitches. I'm finna go act a fool. You know what I'm saying? I didn't teach you that, son. Where you get that from? But
And we all those points too.
our music, bro, is so. I don't want to blame music, but this generation, our music is so fucked up. Well, it's all about flossing and stunning and fucking hoes and smacking bitches and shooting the Draco. That shit fucking our kids up, man. That's why, as us being artists, bro, we gotta break the cycle, bro.
You ever
That's
listen
why I
to
like,
in the car?
huh?
Y'all ever listen to the white station in the car?
So 137 to kill.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. It's totally different, ain't it?
Ain't it totally different, bro? They talk about totally different shit.
Yeah.
Bro, they don't talk about smoking weed, fucking bitches, and if they do, they talk about it in such a pleasant,
they talk about
clean
smoking
way.
Weed. They talk about smoking weed more than anything.
But but how it's presented though, you feel me?
It is how it's presented. But
you know what I'm saying?
At the same time, it's like you can blame music, but you can't blame music.
Right.
We
can't blame nobody but ourselves.
You can't blame the parents, but you can't blame the parents. It's a double-edged sword. It's like you can point the finger, but this also plays a part. You can
Black culture, man.
Like I don't want to come in with blame. Like instead, let's just come in with accountability because we done all fucked up. You feel me? We done all fucked up. We all got this shit fucked up. You feel me? And like something that you said earlier, JJ, like I think like when you was talking about how the woman might see her baby daddy done moved on and now he done learned his lesson, he done grew up, you feel me? And he treating the next girl good and she wondering why that wasn't happening for her and all of that. I feel like that goes back to what we were saying earlier, Marcus, about like selfishness. You feel me? Just being selfish, you feel me? Damn.
Exactly.
It be like that sometimes, but we have to learn how to take accountability for one and not play the blame game and also not be so selfish because at a certain point it's not about us no more. Like at a certain point,
put your pride aside, bitch.
Got to, but especially when you got a child staring in your face, you feel me? You gotta put your pride aside, bro. It ain't about you no more.
It's not.
It's not about neither.
If you went and got a new boo, this person went and got a new boo. Okay, fine. They got no boos. Get the fuck on. Now, just come together for the kid.
You feel me?
Yeah, this don't mean. First of all, sometimes that shit go a little bit too far.
This is what this shit about to turn up.
Man.
Oh, let me see what somebody said.
Sometimes being friends with people that you used to know goes too far. Damn it.
Yeah, no,
shit.
Two people still in this
because
shit.
One, you don't need the people that y'all with thinking that y'all fucking. You don't need that. You don't want them problems.
I would just sleep for a while.
That's the thing you need is for your significant others. Despite the fact that y'all co-parents and not doing nothing, and y'all cool, you don't need something that's gonna look awkward as fuck. As in they,
it's 2019. Co-parenting means still fucking.
I mean, but see, that's why we fucked up though.
That's where it fucks up at, because it's like that's where most relationships fuck up at, because you need to leave it where it's at. You know what I'm saying? If you on about your business, all right. If I'm on about my business, you ain't. That ain't my fault. I'm, and then sometimes it's like the other person can't handle niceness for some apparent reason. Some shit is like that. Sometimes it be the female, sometimes it be the man. They break up because they too nice. That shit happens. That shit do happen. So therefore, when that person moved on, that you did done for being too nice and being too nice to another person, and you see it, and now all of a sudden you looking like, so that's how he was treating me. Now all of a sudden you got animosity on your heart. Nah, bitch.
Right.
You can't have that on your heart. So therefore, a lot of women and a lot of men do have that. Then you have some women, I mean, that be like, okay, I fucked up, but are you gonna still be, you know what I'm saying, here for the kids? And that's it. Are you grown enough to be like, okay, we just gonna do this for the kids and don't try no slick shit?
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of decision that's always, I ain't gonna say hard, but easy to fuck up on the wrong decision.
Yeah.
In most situations, because you moved on, but emotionally you still kind of like a last person that you had a kid with. So therefore,
That's what I be talking about. That's
some
what I'm talking about right now.
be there, but it depends on will you let that play a role, despite the fact you are in a relationship and you know this person, you know what I'm saying, trusts you around this person.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, will you betray that?
Right.
That's a decision that you have to make, and some folks do make the wrong decision. Some folks make the right decision, but the wrong decision is always kind of damn near the right decision to most people.
And it's an effect to every decision, either way. So
co-parenting don't have to mean
most relationships don't work because they start for the wrong reasons.
Damn.
True. Damn.
Like,
you feel me?
When you come to a relationship expecting something that you never had or something that you don't know about, you're gonna get hurt every time.
Mm-hmm.
Because you expecting this person to be what you want this person to be instead of coming loving this person for this person. So that's where everything goes wrong, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you go in a relationship, it's supposed to be all about building. It's supposed to be all about what you gonna bring. Like how we gonna start this? Like what we gonna do? What's our goals? What's our plans? But when you come into the relationship, like, well, shit, I need me a man. I need this. I need that. He gonna have to do this. He gonna have to do that. You gonna get let down every time because your expectations.
Yeah.
I'm not coming for your expectation. I'm coming here so we can be a team, so we can build, so we can have a future, so we can bring a child into a great situation where this child won't come in and see us bashing heads or arguing all the time and we ain't got this and we ain't got that. We don't got this and we ain't got that because we wasn't ready.
Right.
So now you fast forward the process, but everything else still behind.
Yeah.
We good. No, we not good. We not stable. We don't have our home ain't paid for. We ain't making so many thousands a month. We living paycheck to paycheck. But you know what? You living paycheck to paycheck, but your child don't focus. Your child don't know that. So your child gonna want. That's gonna cause problems between you and your woman because you can't even satisfy the kid. You feel what I'm saying? All that kid causing problems between you and your man or you and your woman, but you trying to do everything to keep that kid straight. You know what I'm saying? Plus pay the bills. Car note, you know what I'm saying? Shit, if you ain't got food stamps, you gotta put food in the refrigerator.
Exactly.
Children stay hungry.
Mm-hmm.
All that type of shit play a big role in relationships, man. And that's the type of shit that fuck relationships up. I'm gonna say consistency. If you can't be consistent in a relationship, it'll never work. And that's with money, that's with physical, that's with mental, you know what I'm saying, spiritually. If your shit ain't straight, if you ain't standing firm on what you got, that shit ain't gonna work. It don't matter who you with. Every relationship gonna have a problem. That's what people don't understand. People want to get out of this and jump into this because they think, oh, shit, he ain't like him. You know what I'm saying? But that man got flaws. His flaws may not be my flaws, or her flaws may not be her flaws. But shit, everybody got problems. So when you run out of one problem, you guaranteed to run into another one. It's just about how you carry yourself and how you handle that situation.
Facts, facts, facts. And I agree with everything you said, bro. But especially the part where you said, I don't even remember that shit. But all that shit play into part. Like, we gotta be accountable, bro. We gotta hold ourselves accountable, bro.
Yeah, we do.
We really, really do. Hey, man, you hit the nail on the head with that shit, bro. That was deep.
Didn't even wait to go out and say this.
Hey, we going to that shit with the wrong reasons. We looking for the wrong thing, man.
For real, you gonna get hurt every time.
That will fuck you up every single time because you are. Even if you go in there with high expectation or low expectation, it's simple fact you have something that a person don't meet and you don't like it, you want to move on to the next person that don't like it, but it's flaw. Everyone, like you said, bro, everyone has a flaw.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as a perfect being. This person can look perfect all they want to, but something's wrong with that person. You might not know it because, you know what I'm saying? We judge people every day. We judge the rich every day. Okay, this person is rich, but something is wrong with them. Because, you know, they say money don't make you happy. To be honest with you, I don't believe that shit.
Hey, but said people need to, before they get into a relationship, they need to work on themselves first. Because like you said, like, all the money, bills, all that shit part. So if you financially stable on your own and you made with somebody financially stable, that's a win-win. You feel me? But if you're not working on yourself and getting yourself together, like you said, you feel me, getting yourself together spiritually, so that when you come with this person, you know how to work through things without arguing and fighting, getting yourself together mentally, physically, all that. So you're not out here still chasing when you in a relationship. You feel me? That way you can come together and build what you're trying to build successfully. Yeah. But everybody coming into the situation broken, trying to fix each other. That shit, the blind leading the blind like a motherfucker, shouting.
I mean,
yeah, true.
But at the same time, you don't know if a person is actually fixed.
That is
knowing that they broken. So therefore, you're gonna come into a broken. It's gonna be a broken relationship starting out.
Hey,
either way.
I'm gonna put it like this, cuz.
About building.
I'm gonna put it like this. Listen to this, Marcus.
What?
Hey, you can break a glass, right?
Yeah.
Find all the pieces and put all the pieces back together. Guess what? The glass still gonna be broken.
True.
You did that.
But that's a glass.
So it's
100%. But
it's the same, bro.
It's the same, but yet it's different because that's an object. People are not objects. You know what I'm saying? People get treated as objects all day, every day. But people are not that. So therefore, you're not gonna come into a relationship totally fixed in some type of way. You're not.
That's what I'm saying.
But at the same time,
we're not objects. Objects can't feel, dude.
But this
objects can't feel. That's the difference.
No, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. If two broken people come together, it depends on them to fix each other. Fix each other. Why you was broken in this way? Okay, let me fix that. Boom. All right, then there's a return favor. You was broken in this way. It's like it's like, let's say if a person was broken with trust, right? This person was broken with, okay, what's trust too? But they faithful. They remain faithful regardless. You know what I'm saying? Now they meet each other. Now since they both know they got trust issues, they will fix what fucked them up trust issue wise. So therefore you building the trust. So therefore you are building with this person not knowing, you're building with them spiritually. You're building with them mentally. You're building with them financially because you're helping each other. It depends on are you willing to help each other when you come together broken. Because all married couples didn't come together fixed.
But I feel like I feel what you were saying in one way, and in one way I don't. The way that I understand is like, okay, if you dealing with a woman and she been broken and she been hurt and she so scarred to the point where she insecure, she don't trust you, and you doing right, and that fuck up everything you got going. You feel me? In that aspect, I understand what you're saying. But I also see what you're saying about how we human, and that's not necessarily the case because y'all can come along and be fixing each other. And just because you broken don't mean that you won't never trust or never love or never even be able to give yourself in that same way again. You feel me? It don't necessarily mean that. But both of those aspects of it, however, do exist. You feel me? Because it is people out here who are broken to the point, like you said, they got their wall up and they ain't trying to let that shit come down.
Right, right. That wall, man.
Counter them type of people.
You
and they are like that broken glass. You feel me?
Yeah.
And you trying to put them back together because you one of those type of people who believe in that. You know what I'm saying? But you trying to put them pieces right there, and that shit just ain't working. You feel me?
Yeah. Like I said, it depends on. Like I said, that's why I say I agree with it, but I disagree with it because it depends on the person. Like, despite the fact the person has a thick ass wall, you can still break down the wall. You can still break it down, cross that bitch, and rebuild that hole back up. You can still do that. It's possible. But like I said, it depends on the person because both of them gonna have a guard up.
True that.
Because let's say a faithful person was cheated on. You know what I'm saying? So that's one brick. You get basically the wall is full of the wall. You basically breaking down a wall of trust they have against other people to let them know that you that same person. Like I would not betray you the way they did. So therefore, you have to prove that consistently.
You do. You do.
The consistently you are proving that, the more you can get through that wall. So therefore,
That should be the word of the day. Consistency should be the word of the day.
You can say it is. So therefore, as soon as you break down that wall and you see that person, the moment you see that person's, because they how they feeling. Therefore, the moment you get that little piece of what they feeling, you have to do that. Because you're not gonna get shit back on you when you fuck up. Right. That's when it don't be the same no more. When you soon as you get that little piece of daylight, you gotta keep that little. You gotta be like, okay, I'm making progress. Boom. You know, it might not look like you're starting off, but you're making progress. You saw it. That's where you keep breaking down the wall. You see another piece. You gotta keep that.
Yeah.
The moment you fuck up, that's what she ain't gonna trust you for. You still got one piece of life.
Read the comment.
Shit up bad by fucking up, you ain't getting that shit back down. Period.
Read the comments, y'all. Shay still talking.
It's not my. Oh, you said a whole. Oh, girl, you going in? No, Marcus. That is why relationships are messed up because we are constantly trying to fix our significant other. It's not my job to rebuild my man. It's not my man's job to rebuild me.
True.
I should not come into another relationship still hung up and hurt from previous relationship. Only Shaylonda can fix Shaylonda.
I mean that's true, but you don't have. But that is true. That's a good point, but at the same time, you don't have a lot of women that think in that type of way. You do have your strong women that believe in themselves no matter what the outcome may be. No matter if this person cheat on you, you still know you're beautiful. You still know this. You still know your worth. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you're not gonna let that stop you. And then you have some that's the complete opposite, not knowing their worth, and then they have to. Then someone has to teach them their worth. You do have some people you have to be taught their worth.
Who been hurt and they say, "Oh, I ain't finna do nothing but fuck these hoes." And some girls come along and they don't want to do nothing but love them. They but fuck these hoes. You feel me? Because they've been hurt too from previous relationships.
True. So therefore, like I said, the thick ass wall is the trust wall.
That's trust wall, and you got to build that with your partner, especially when you making those strides towards having a future. You got to build up the trust wall, and you definitely any wall that you break down, any piece of the wall is like taking down double what you done built up. Exactly. Maybe even triple. You feel me?
So therefore, as soon as you fuck up, you just make the wall even thicker for the next person.
Exactly, bro.
So therefore, I'm not saying.
Hey, we gonna call that wall. We gonna say Trump. That's Trumping.
I agree with that. It's some fact you not gonna have that type of person. Everybody's gonna have that type of mindset. There's a lot of people with that don't have that. Some people have to be taught their worth. Some people already know their worth and they won't put up with no bullshit less than their worth.
Yeah. Well, we're going to definitely promote that one today. Let's let all the past hurt go and not have these trust walls up on other people that ain't did shit to us because that's not cool.
I mean, you can still fix yourself. Everybody can still fix themselves, but everybody fix themselves in two types of ways.
That's where it started, though. It started with yourself, man.
You said
It started with yourself.
it do.
You can't be out here trumping everybody with that wall, man. That wall gonna push people away from you, man. That wall, tell me.
I mean, that wall will fuck up a lot of people because you don't know if a person never experienced how you're supposed to be treated in a sensitive way, they would never know because that wall is built up because they never had it. Now, what you got to do, you got to break that wall down to show them. Because there's a lot of broken women out here, and yes, there's a lot of broken men out here. But like I said, broken can fix broken. It depends on the person.
Yeah.
So therefore, of course you can't break no object. Of course you can't break a glass and put it back together. But a broken engine can be fixed. You can't you can't repair a broken engine or replace a broken engine.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you can replace it.
You can replace a broken ass engine. You can replace that motherfucker by buying another one.
I know niggas.
Or
that's what y'all mean when y'all say that.
Or you can rebuild. It's a lot of folks. Like, how these folks with plastic ass cars? Half of those cars was rebuilt.
Yeah. When you take that bitch to the shop though, and you fix that bitch, something else be wrong with it.
True, but it depends on, are you willing to continue to rebuild this car because you're passionate about the car? Because a lot of motherfuckers passionate.
Not if it's costing me too much. Not if it's costing too much.
You also have to be accountable though. That's why I keep coming back to that word, because when you make a bed, you have to lie in it. And there's certain beds, when you make them, you can't just throw in the towel, my nigga.
True.
And like the shit that we talking about is that serious. You feel me? To where all that other little shit, how you broken from your past, don't even need to matter, because we talking about how it's supposed to be 18 years worth of future on the line. You feel me? Yeah. So it's like, yeah, we are broken. But shit, these days, man, we can, that's, like I said, all we can do is put that shit out there. Things that we can do about it, you feel me? That's all we can do.
Yeah.
That's all we can really do, bro. Because the shit is just too fucked up, and it's risky at this point. And no, it's not family sticking.
It's not.
Because how everybody is. We all broken.
Yeah.
We all broken, bro. But that we can't be made whole again, you feel?
But like I said, it depends, like I said, it depends if that person is willing to make that first step.
Yeah.
Everything boils back down to yourself, self-accountability, self-love, and self-respect. It do.
It do. And you gotta find those things before you even find a mate and start procreating and shit. True. But that don't mean if you haven't found those things that it's too late, especially if you have a family.
Right.
And it's always an opportunity for you to learn and grow for the sake of your seed, you feel me? Because you gotta continue to water that seed, you know what I'm saying? You might be fully grown, but you still gotta water that shit, you feel me?
Exactly. That shit gotta keep growing.
Got to, man.
In a positive way.
Hey, JJ, did you see the fight?
Nah, but I heard he got his ass whipped.
Man.
And
he talked so much shit.
Bro, what's up with that shit, Shawty?
Bronner.
I'm dead.
He said Bronner. Talking about the nigga who got bodied by Manny Pacquiao. I can hear Floyd now.
The nigga who said he won the fight, who lost the fight, who said he won the fight.
All right. All right. I can see that nigga Floyd now, boy.
Bruh, I can't believe that nigga is on that, bro. And he talked so much shit before the fight, after the fight, you know what I'm saying? Which posed a question for me.
This ain't the first time he talked shit and got his ass whooped in the fight.
I'm hip.
This ain't the first time.
I'm hip.
This ain't the first time this nigga danced into a ring.
So what's
he lose number one fight though? That's the only fight he lost. The other fight.
But still.
He lost number 2 fights now.
That was
like he like 7-2, some shit like that. He don't even got a high fight count.
L is an L. No
That's
matter how
true.
you.
That's true.
He trying to be like
Touche.
Florida. He trying to be like somebody he ain't. Florida is undefeated.
He definitely ain't no Floyd.
You can't be
He
Florida no more.
definitely
You
not
lost.
Floyd.
That's gone.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that no more.
Yeah, you can't do nothing.
Now all of a sudden it's gonna seem like you really can't talk shit and lose a fight. Then you can't do that. I don't care how confident you is. You can't just talk man shit and lose like Conor McGregor did.
So what's the question, Shay?
Tag.
You know what?
What was the question?
Y'all lost me at fight. I know I lost you at fight, Shay. I'm about to bring it back in. Question that I got though is, all right, so based on that, that's like his attitude is like the example what I'm going off of. But we
What's
can
up, big bro?
use like Soulja Boy as an example because he a rich ass nigga. So like the rich ass nigga attitude, you feel me? How y'all feel about that?
Some people deserve to carry themselves in that mode. Like Big Soldier, like everybody downplayed this man, not knowing facts. You feel me?
Yeah.
So he deserved to be arrogant. He deserved like this Soldier Boy. Everybody laughed at the nigga that danced. Now look at our music. Our music, everybody's dancing now. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody screaming YouTube. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? He got it right. You can't call Lil Wayne the best rapper alive and he not act like the best rapper alive. You feel me?
That is true. But I mean,
So certain people.
But like in Bronner's case though, how he is carrying around that type of attitude, you feel me, and portraying that because maybe he's doing that because he feels like if he wants to be the best, that's how he should act. And if he wants to be, you feel me? And do you think that that's a healthy attitude to promote? Because these are the people that are on the forefront and they are like the representation of us. These people don't get to see us, me, you, and Marcus, and hear us talk and know that we not just, you feel me, crazy ass niggas out here. They see them, and they're like, you feel me, example for all of us. So with
he already established himself in the game. That's the difference between him and us. You know what I'm saying? He already did this. You know what I'm saying? This man made $7 million in 1 year off YouTube screen. So who did that other than him?
I'm saying, but even if you accumulate that type of money, is that enough for you to portray that type of character?
Only if you can back it up.
Everybody should be humble to answer that question.
Folks should be humble, but the only way you can act like that be if you can back it up.
Character is important though, no matter where you at in life. Character is important.
Right.
And exhibiting, and like we said, the things that we see, the music that we listen to, now everybody on their phone, like the images, what people see and all of that, what's going on, that is important to the children and to us and to other people who are whatever you're trying to do. Those are the images that we see. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't feel that we are really shown good examples of character or good examples of morals. And we all want to have money, right? Yeah. So if you want to have money, right? And motherfuckers who have money, you feel me? That's how motherfuckers who have money at. Why wouldn't I act like that? I want to have money, right?
See, my thing with Soulja Boy, he just demanded his respect. Soulja Boy is demanding respect. That's what he doing right now. I mean, he done been through his little phase though, but he rightfully trying to get his respect in the game. Don't nobody respect Soulja Boy at all. At all. They starting to treat Soulja Boy like they treated Baby. You know what I'm saying? Is you finished or you done? They starting to treat him like that. And it's crazy. Like they trying to make this man whole life a lie. Like, why not act a fool? Why not demand your respect from the game that you a pioneer of? Like, it's crazy, man. I get where he coming from, but he still should be humble. Like you said, at the end of the day, everybody should be humble and remember where they came from. Cause like he always say, I ain't had nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was wearing bummed out shoes. The same year he made that $7 million, he was going to school dusty. They had nothing, no food in the refrigerator. So if I'm living like that and I come across $7 million, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna get on. I'm gonna show you. Like, I'm on now. Everybody that talked about me, everybody that down me, talking about you can't dance on the internet, all that, I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna act the way I'm gonna act, but I'm gonna come back sooner or later to my homies. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I done got that out the way. So now it's time for me to settle down and do what I do, live how I was taught. You feel me? Back to what we was talking about. Everybody
Yeah.
don't got that though. Everybody don't have that.
Everybody don't.
Everybody don't. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like that's just something just to put out there. Like, is that something that we look for our stars to have? Because like you said, if Lil Wayne don't act like he the best rapper alive, you feel me? Why call
Ain't
him
nobody
that?
gonna believe it.
I don't remember your exact quote. You know what I'm saying? But do you have to? If you are that great, if you are that rich, you feel me? Do you have to walk around with that type of attitude, and do you have to present yourself in that type of way? And is it warranted or even acceptable just because you have
Do
money?
you have to?
You don't have
Do
to.
you have to? No. You don't have to. Is it accepted? Yes. Oh, he the shit. Oh, yeah, he the shit. Look how he carry himself. That's our generation now. That's where we at now, as far as moguls and like nobody talks about T.I., man. T.I. is one of my favorite rappers and a role model to me, man. Family man, business. You know what I'm saying? One of the best rappers that ever spit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody pay attention to T.I.
I
Only
mean,
read 50 Cent gets some recognition because he acting the fool right now. If 50 was still being regular old 50, he wouldn't be in the news. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's accepted. It's a phase. It's a trend.
Yeah.
Being stupid and crazy, a real nigga is a trend. So it is accepted. But does it have to be? No.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's not like saying this. So therefore, it's not like saying it's not being taught. It depends on what direction you are willing to. It depends on your direction. What direction are you willing to follow? Are you willing to follow the direction of being a man with money and flaunting it, or being with money and then doing something with it, but still knowing you got money, but you really conservative with it. T.I. can spend money when he wants to, yeah, but at the same time, he's really not flaunting it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like most people, he barely flaunts a chain.
Why do you think that we are accepting of our celebrities, or you feel me, our spokespeople, or our rich community, the people who look like us? I mean, why are we accepting of that behavior from them?
Because we're envying the lifestyle.
Yeah.
It ain't the envy. It's the lust of the lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's where it's the Bible say you train up a child while they're young. When they're old, they won't depart from it. When we listen to all this music, it's enticing. You feel what I'm saying? When we see these cars and clothes and jewelry, it's enticing to the brain. So then you lust for it. I want that. I gotta get that. Oh, look at him. He the big man. He ain't scared of nobody. That's how the streets raising us.
Yeah.
But shit, I always feel like a person with that much money is always scared. Because you never know who you gonna get. You never know who's playing your downfall when you have that type of money.
Right. You can want that. You can lust for that lifestyle, bro, but that don't mean your life gonna go the same way they life going. You can get all that money
Exactly.
and something horrible can happen. You feel me? But you lusting so bad for that lifestyle that you ain't even think about none of that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Lifestyle. So therefore, the lifestyle should, to me, a person with that type of money should promote the fact like, look, it wasn't the easy way for me to get this shit. You know, this shit was not easy. I had to do shit. I've seen shit. You know what I'm saying?
And we also have to promote in our homes that having money isn't having everything.
Yeah, money is not
having
everything.
Status, everybody, like all that shit, not everything.
Just because it can get you everything doesn't mean it is everything. Because people say, of course, people say more money, more problems. The only way that statement is true is because the only way it's true is if you made those problems on that road to becoming rich. Like if you had to cross somebody, like I said before, if you had to cross someone to get to where you got to be at, and you keep doing it over and over, you're going to have bad blood that's willing
Nah,
to...
Marcus.
Huh?
T.I. said it best, bro. T.I. said it best. Life will change directions even if you ain't planning it. Better go listen to that no matter what, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be obstacles, man, that you're gonna have to run into. It ain't got nothing to do with who you crossed or none of that, man. Stuff fall out the air in life, bro. You gotta be ready. You gotta be. That's why you gotta be mentally and spiritually ready, bro. Because
Expand.
at any time something come in your life and break you down, and it don't have to be a nigga with a gun or a nigga with a mask on. You feel me? It could
Yeah,
be
you,
anything.
so therefore you gotta teach expect the unexpected, but you never know what the expected may be because life is full of surprises.
Exactly.
That's true. No, I'm telling you, Ti, man.
Yeah,
Niggas sleep on Ti, bro.
that shit definitely started at home. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah,
It's
most
crazy.
definitely.
Yeah, man. I just feel like we all play a big part in it. We just got to take control of the situation. Here you go, bro. I know that's real, but I need to roll up another one for real, for real.
Damn right.
But yeah, man, we gotta take major control of the situation because, like Marcus was saying, like it's up to the people when they at that level to say this and this and this. But really, it's really not. It's really up to us to do what we need to do at that point and teach that, like I said before, that entertainment is not what it appears to be. Just because this man on TV acting crazy, that's not what you need to do. Just because he got a whole lot of money, it don't make him great. Because if you really think about it, these niggas ain't really doing nothing but cooning and looking like damn fools. When that nigga say that shit at the end of the fight, that nigga look like a damn fool.
That's what.
That nigga look like a damn
You know
fool.
why? Because, like you said, at the end of the day, it's entertainment.
Hey, and it is entertainment. You feel me? But I just I don't know. But you're right, and it is entertainment. That's all it is.
Yeah,
You feel me? Yeah.
entertainment.
That shit was entertaining. I watched that shit about 4 times today.
Don't take that shit serious. Take none
Yeah.
of this shit serious. These niggas rapping all day. These niggas ain't out here grinding no more. These niggas
Mm,
talking about the past. These niggas stay in the studio goddamn 14 hours a day. These niggas ain't on no block.
facts. Facts.
You think young boy out here on the block? That nigga in the studio, bro. His homeboy is probably still on the block. That's why he can still rap about the lifestyle. He lived it. That shit be the past. That shit don't be going on now.
Mm-hmm.
Like our lifestyle still going on. So when we leave the studio, we coming right back to our regular lives. This
Yeah.
nigga leave the studio, he going to a hotel room. He going on tour.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't out here in the streets just
Bodyguard.
bucking. Yeah, with bodyguards. These niggas ain't bucking like that, man.
Real talk.
I mean, he probably go in the club and act up, but who will act up? You got 13 bodyguards and goddamn 42 niggas with you.
Exactly.
Of course you gonna punch a nigga in the face in the club if you get wrong.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But see,
But when you by yourself,
we
this
watch
shit all entertainment. That's what it is, bro.
we
It's
watch
entertainment.
to distinguish. You feel me? But it's why voted. You know what I'm saying? It's past us. You feel me? And that's really what I be worried about with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause yeah, we know that shit entertainment, but the folks who coming up after us, they looking at that shit like that's the way
That's
it's.
what we gotta do. Yeah,
That's how you supposed to act when you get
yeah.
on, when you get money. You supposed to get up there and talk like that. Like, yeah, nigga. Yeah, I'm just a hood ass nigga. That's all I am. You feel me? Like,
That shit for the birds, man.
yeah, that shit for the birds. And like I said, bro, that's why it's good that we have an opportunity.
As far as the kids.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Like, that's why it's good to have this opportunity to put this type of information out there, man. Because a lot of folks.
That shit all a front, man. I'm telling you. You think Jay Z? You think Jay Z still on the block, man? You think Jay Z still selling dope, man?
Right.
Oh, I thought you think goddamn what that nigga name is? What that nigga name is? Yo got it. You think Yo got it still selling crack, man? That nigga you think he pulling up on the block and hit $200,000 car to drop off an 8 ball or something?
Hey, man, Future just told us he ain't drinking lean for real.
See what I'm saying? Their lifestyle done changed, bro. If I come into $50 million right now, nigga, I would not be living in Birmingham. I'd be somewhere in a gated community, and I wouldn't even come back. Niggas would have to come to me. I'd be sending out plane tickets. I'd rather send out a plane ticket to come back out here for one of these niggas that's coming up on my music, shoot me in the back of the head and try to take what I got. You get what I'm saying? It ain't about me. It ain't about me being fake. It ain't about me changing up or being different. My lifestyle to change, bro. I can't come stand in the club with you with all these people, and I'm worth $80 million net worth.
Right.
Yeah.
So I gotta change my environment. I gotta go with people who got it, so they won't be trying to cut my goddamn throat.
True.
But I'm gonna still do this because this what you want. I'm gonna still promote this because this what you own.
Yeah.
I'm about the dollar now. I ain't about the lifestyle. It's about the money. I gotta keep this money coming in. My lifestyle to change. If I stop making this money, I gotta go back to what I know.
True that.
I don't want to do that because this money right here so good. It's clean. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta worry about the feds.
True that.
It's,
Damn, that's some real shit right there. That's some real shit. And unfortunately,
entertainment, man. That's all it is.
yeah, that just says to me that entertainment is bad. It promotes bad shit, but it's lucrative to promote bad shit to people who ain't got the shit that you want. These niggas got money.
Not our music though. It's predominantly black culture. It's our music.
Yeah, yeah. J. Cole did stop that shit. That shit is so
Black
crazy.
culture is fucked up. You don't see nothing but black bitches twerking. Motherfuckers goddamn selling dope, popping pills.
Mm-hmm.
That's black culture. When you turn to white TV, you see family oriented shit. You see goddamn they probably doing meth and crack and shit, but they don't show that shit. Not in a good
Exactly.
neighborhood.
They don't show that shit. But that's what our people show us, you feel me? Like when I seen the shit with Future, somebody posted it on their page about it. And how I felt about it was, well, nigga, if you not doing that shit no more, don't keep selling it to me. Don't keep telling me about it. You feel me? Don't keep telling me you do it. Like, you feel me? Cause that shit ain't cool, bro. I mean, and not but you know what I'm saying? Like the younger folks who listening to you getting high while they do that shit. You feel me? But that's just what it is, and that's just what's profitable. And it's profitable to market that type of poison to our communities. But like you said, when you turn on the white stations, man, that shit's so light and free. You feel me? When you turn that shit on TV, they sitting down with their family, mama and daddy, brothers and sisters. You feel me? They all love each other and shit.
Just feeling live.
Real talk, bro. Real talk, bro. But that shit crazy as hell, man. I just want to know how y'all felt about it.
Think about this, cuz. Good times. Look how many problems they had on Good Times.
Yeah.
They projected a poor black family in the ghetto. The Brady Bunch. The worst problem they had on the Brady Bunch was the goddamn sister hating on the other sister because she wasn't as pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they got a nice house. They got a maid. You know what I'm saying? A nice little station wagon. What kind of car James Evans had? You ain't never seen that nigga in the car.
Exactly. And get this, bro. All that shit fake anyway.
Yeah, it is. And
All of it's fake anyway. So why the fucking black people can't have shit? It's not real.
it's entertainment. My bad, the phone started ringing. It's all
Right.
entertainment.
It's entertainment, and
It's
it's
poison.
it's no, it's entertainment at the same time. In that type of light, that's how it really is. It's not like it being racist. You can say
life.
you can say it's being racist, but at the same time, it's showing you how it really is in a black family.
Yeah, it's some
Family,
truth to that shit. It's some truth to that shit. It's some truth to it. I ain't gonna lie.
you know what I'm saying?
It's some truth to it.
It really don't even have to be in the apartment. It could be in the household. If they would have shot in the household, it would be the same as that problem. I ain't doing this showing you we're not being racist. This is really what's going on. You know what I'm saying? This is how we see a black community. This is how we see a black family every single day. Nine times out of 10, them days, the man that was bringing the money home, he really didn't have a car. He had to ride the bus. Or he had to hitch a ride with somebody.
Yeah.
Then also back in them times, you also had to stay home mother. Because I don't think she worked.
But see that but see, my question is, why is that entertaining to us? Why is the fucking struggle? Is that entertainment for us?
It's entertainment.
You can't
Because
say
that's the little
say.
about Good Times. They only had like one black writer, and after the first couple of seasons, he was out there, bitch. They had a couple on the team, but the main writers was white.
We can't answer that question. You know why? Because it's what we was brought up on. We need to ask people before us. That's why I feel like the OGs should be out here in the streets like goddamn pastors and preachers, bro. If you're an
Yeah.
OG, you need to get out here. This shit get out of hand.
We still entertained by that same type of negativity today, just in a different type of way.
But it's because it's how we was raised. It go back to being taught. Like we've been talking about all night. It's over and over. It repeats over and over. My mama watched this show. I started watching this with my mama. I'm still watching this show. My child gonna start watching this show.
Yeah.
So my entertainment is gonna become my child entertainment.
Yeah.
Stuff I like to do, my child gonna pick that up. But then my child gonna have to decide whether they gonna keep that shit or they gonna get rid of that shit and start finding something new.
Yeah.
That's why they be like children are the future.
So you feel me? Because they only gonna know what they see.
Yeah.
You say what?
You can't just leave it all on them to finally figure out how to make that decision. We would have to make those changes and show that first, or else it'll never happen. And they'll be sitting here like
you see how we assemble right now. The way we assemble right now, using our brains, it's gonna be some kids just like us, and they're gonna be doing the same shit.
Yeah.
The thing is, they may have a higher platform than us. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We getting what 1 or 2 views every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But they may have 10, 20,000 views, and it's spreading more. We just had a slow start. I see y'all been doing this shit like every day damn near. Keep doing this shit. This shit gonna spread like a wildfire.
Yeah, man.
Because it's a lot of people out here like us that like to talk.
Out. That's why we gotta keep trying to put solutions out, because the way that it's been and the conditioning, that's the fucked up part about it. And we can acknowledge that shit, but we also gotta try to find some ways to counteract that shit too. And the only way we got right now is this right here, my nigga.
Yep. So
right
y'all
now.
need to be trying to, or we need to be trying to goddamn get us a platform.
Oh yeah.
Whether it be a YouTube channel or keep it on Facebook or run all 3 of them out.
Oh yeah, you already know. Surely, bro, we building this shit up. Like you said, we doing it more frequently. We gonna keep doing it. I put our last episode on YouTube. I'm gonna put this one on YouTube. You feel me? And we just gonna keep trying to put it out there, bro, and keep trying to have healthy conversations and trying to get better. You feel me? I know.
Yeah, I love to be a part of it.
That what's up, bro, and I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate you stopping through, man. My phone about to die, so we gotta wrap it up.
You know, no viewers.
I'm done, bitches. I'm done, bro.
It'll be all right, bro. It gonna grow. Watch. What I tell you. Positive have its own effect on a lot of people.
There ain't no goddamn motivators on my life. That's my haters. Cause I ain't got one eyeball.
Hey man.
Pop up next to my life.
Hey bro, eyeball, bro. Wait till you cut that shit off. It's gonna say like so many views, bro. You gonna surprise yourself. What?
It sure live.
Think sometimes, cuz I can't believe everything you read on Facebook.
Oh, bro, we gotta talk about that next episode.
Well, I can't believe everything you read. I just think
Hell yeah. Hey, appreciate you, JJ. We're gonna link back in with you, dog. Oh, Marcus live right now.
I'm gonna cut this shit.
I'm gonna join.
All right.